Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Tufted Owl Cottage. I am Mama Violet, and today I wanted to do a very relaxed and simple session that is essentially a gentle release of toxic positivity. This is a subject I know that many of you understand fully. Toxic positivity can be something that comes from the best of intentions, but makes us feel as if we are not doing something right, we're not worthy, we're not grateful or thankful enough. And so today I want to try to separate your reality, your actuality, living as your authentic self, from the stew of toxic positivity statements that have been fed to us, many of us. And these statements can be something like good vibes only, or everything happens for a reason, or you're gonna be just fine. Be grateful for what you have. There's always someone that has it worse. And many other well-intentioned things that really make us feel worse instead of better. And the reason I chose this format today was because this is just about listening to you, allowing you to be your authentic self, and letting you process your thoughts. This is not about me. This is not about judgment. This is not about feeling like you need to answer to someone else's ability to understand what you're going through. This is very simply just about you and your moments to process what it is that you need to. So, first thing I'd like to start out with is just taking a couple of breaths. And these could be deep or shallow, whichever you're comfortable with. This is just to cleanse, clear, and relax your physiological reactions before we start our session, okay? So, ready? Take a breath in and release. Good. Very good. Again, a breath in and release. Very good. Okay. Just kind of clearing the way for you to be relaxed and receptive to letting some things go. The next thing I want you to do, and it seems a little counterintuitive, but I want you to focus in your mind on the thing or things that are causing you upset right now. And we're not passing judgment on them, we're just bringing them to the surface. Okay? Now, in that same moment, I want you to surround that thought with the toxic positivity that has been laid upon you. You'll be okay, you're strong enough, you shouldn't complain, and you should be more grateful. You have so much to be thankful for. someone has it worse than you, all of those statements of toxic positivity, I want you to picture those encompassing the thought of what is upsetting you, okay? Let's just kind of allow those to swirl around your authentic issue at hand. And I'm going to take my hand and kind of push gently what it is that's bothering you while we're pulling away the thoughts or statements of toxic positivity that have disallowed you to process what it is you need to process, okay? And we're going to separate those two. We're going to put a wall there. On one side is the things you need to process, and on the other side is that stew of toxic positivity, okay? So now you have that division in your mind and the synapses that are needing to fire to process, and that amygdala and that hippocampus are breaking away and kind of pushing that toxic positivity up to that prefrontal cortex, okay? That way, it's just easier to be able to grab that out and pluck out those statements so that you can have a clear path to processing what you need to in the way that you need to. Okay, just separating those from your actuality, from your authenticity, from your reality. Just separating that, okay? Good. Very good. We're going to take our little turtle rattle friend and just kind of break those toxic statements up a bit more. What a rattle often does, in my view, is just kind of, it's kind of like when you're cleaning your house and you need to kind of soak and break up dirt before you can scrub it off. It's kind of what a rattle does. It's the soak that helps break up that negativity disguised as positivity. Kind of get behind you a little bit. Get all your chakras. Good. Good. Now that we've kind of broken that up a little bit, just kind of fluffed and shaken up those thoughts that we don't need, I'm going to try and just scoop those right out of there, okay? Scoop out those statements of toxic positivity you don't need. And this is not to encourage wallowing or staying in a place that you don't want to or you don't need to. It's just simply to remove things that are disallowing you to process whatever it is that you need to. Just gently removing that toxic positivity very, very gently, because choosing to be angry over it instead of focusing that energy on what is upsetting you is not fair to you. It's taking away from you. So I'm just going to take away anything that is preventing you from not processing that issue, event, or thought process correctly. Okay. Good. Now to remove the last bit of dirt bits. We're going to use our tuning fork, an instrument that is very cleansing and very clearing and very wonderful. Okay. Good. Breaking up those chunky bits. Chunky bits. Chunky bits. To make a clear path for processing your reality. This is, again, not to say that positivity is a bad thing, because it's actually a wonderful thing. And if you have friends and family that are wanting desperately to restore your positivity, just know that it's because they love you and they feel helpless. It oftentimes comes from a place of love. It's just misguided. Now, we're going to break out the pink abalone shells. And the reason I wanted to include this necklace of shells is not just for the cleansing and clearing qualities they bring from the ocean, but also the clarity and quietness, stillness they bring on a night that the ocean is quiet and calm. So these serve a couple of purposes. Number one, to wash over that toxic positivity, to remove it. And number two, to bring that quiet and calm that you need in order to have that processing time. Kind of shake those out a bit. Very good. Allowing you that quiet time to be validated and understand that you can observe that upset without judgment, but also without feeling like you need to fix everything or heal right away. Okay. Good. I know we're using a lot of tools today, but sorry about my squeaky floor. I also like to bring out my Lapis Lazuli. And I want to use this because I want you to be able to envision your quiet time, envision your own version of finding your strength and positivity. Envision yourself on the other side of that processing time. Envision yourself having the resolve and the moments that you need without being judged, without being told that you're not grateful, without being told that you are not being thankful or that it happened for a reason, because it didn't. There was something that happened to wrong you. You didn't need to go through that, but you did. And so now it's time for you to process that in any way you need, okay? Clear, clear, clear. Good. And ruby for the heart chakra. Just kind of clearing and cleansing. Using Chakra to clear the path for your heart, not to rush it, but to give it the time that you need. I think it did one of those backwards, but this is your time. This is your heart. These are your emotions, and you are allowed to process them in any way necessary to you. Okay. Next, I'd like to light the black orchid and lotus candle, simply to keep this energy going and help you to be reminded and understand that this video, this session, can act as a catalyst for you. Anything you might need and any time you might need to process. So, I want you to take the time to put whatever it is you need into the flame, whatever it is you need to process. This is your individual moment to just take time to recognize and realize that you are validated in your need for processing. You are validated in your need for time, and you are validated in the fact that you don't need to feel positive all the time. Not to drag this out, but just to allow you that, I don't want to say privilege, but that right to take your time and process what it is you need to. So, you have a basketball player outside. Sorry about that. This session was a bit shorter, but I hope very helpful, as I just wanted to be here and help you kind of separate that toxic positivity from that true issue, that true thought, that true emotion or feeling that you're validated in and you have the right to feel. No one has the right to tell you that you don't, because you do. And maybe someone does seemingly have it worse, or maybe you do have a lot to be thankful for. But that doesn't mean that you can't take time to feel some kind of way or feel something that others might think is not okay, because it is okay. It is okay. It is okay. So, I'm sending you so much love and understanding, and the hope that you will find your own positivity, find your own thankfulness in your own authentic time. Okay. Sending you so much love. Come back to this video anytime you like. I'm sending you so much love. Please come back and see Mama Violet at Tufted Owl Cottage anytime you like. And until I see you again, my sweet, sweet friends, sleep sweet, my darlings. Sleep sweet.